You're walking down a crowded sidewalk when someone aggressively shoulders past you. You get bumped, and instantly you turn to say, "I'm so sorry." From the outside, this looks like extreme politeness. We often label it as a lack of confidence or a simple social quirk. Psychologists, however, observe a specific protective function in these automatic reactions. They see a mechanism develop to navigate environments where safety was once conditional. In this context, the apology acts as a shield. The word sorry takes on a specific meaning that has little to do with being wrong. It functions as a coded plea. Please don't be mad at me. But if the stranger on the sidewalk isn't actually angry, what invisible threat is your brain bracing for? This habit is a trauma response hiding in plain sight. To understand why it persists, we have to look at the specific psychological threats this shield was originally built to deflect. These shields are often forged in childhood environments where criticism was a constant presence rather than an occasional event. In many families, one child becomes the scapegoat, absorbing the blame for problems they didn't cause. Your brain learns that being at fault is your default state. The apology becomes a preemptive strike, admitting guilt early to lessen the incoming punishment. Within this dynamic, the apology is transactional. It's a sacrifice of the ego to minimize emotional damage. Other shields are built in response to neglect, environments where a child's emotions were ignored and their value tied strictly to their behavior. This lack of consistent support leads to insecure attachment. The brain internalizes a specific lesson, that your presence in someone's life is fragile and your importance is not guaranteed. The apology shield is used here to smooth over any potential friction. You learn to apologize to ensure you remain easy to keep. This is driven by the fear that any inconvenience you cause will result in being replaced or left behind. The attachment shield relies on self-erasure. It requires you to apologize for your own needs just to maintain a connection. Years later, the adult brain continues to run this defensive hardware, even when the original environment is long gone. This is predictive processing. Your brain doesn't just experience the world, it runs constant simulations asking, what happens next? For the chronic apologizer, this causes hyperactive self-monitoring, subconsciously auditing your own tone, expressions, and the space you occupy. Your brain detects a threat based on old patterns. It deploys an apology to neutralize another person's potential anger before that anger even exists. You find yourself fighting a war within your own simulations, spending mental energy to disarm conflicts that were never going to happen. Carrying a perpetually raised shield into adulthood creates its own set of consequences. The tragedy is that while the shield protected you as a child, using it now reinforces the idea that your worth must be earned through submission. Since this behavior began as a survival algorithm, the brain retains the capacity to unlearn it. Dismantling the shield starts with awareness. It requires forcing a pause in the second before you say sorry and checking if there is a real danger present in the room. It is the slow process of separating the trauma of the past from the reality of the present. Understanding the architecture of the chronic apology is the first step toward putting the shield down. It allows you to stop apologizing for your basic right to take up space and exist.